Hi, I'm Tom Condon,
And I am Russ Hudson.
and we're here to talk about a workshop that we're going to do in New York City in March, on March 12th and 13th.
And it's going to be in my home turf, New York City, so that ought to be fun. We're going to be having a great workshop, but it's pretty fun to visit my town, and I'll look forward to sharing some of the great things about being here. It's nice for me to do something at home.
But in addition to being home and also to the tourism part of it, the workshop has a number of dimensions to it and goals that we have. These have arisen out of discussions that Russ and I have had over the years, and then especially recently. And we've taught a similar workshop before, but this will be like the 2.0 or the 3.0 version of it.
Yeah, we're hoping to take what we've done before further and to explore new ground. And as Tom was just saying, we've been exploring this for quite a while. Because probably, if you're out there and you're interested enough to be watching this video, you're probably thinking, well, what the heck are these guys going to do together? Well, to answer that question, I just say that Tom and I are both primarily interested in the developmental angles of the Enneagram. There's a lot of people doing great work out there about getting more and more refined about the descriptions of the types. But in our many years of working with this, we're more interested in experience and in how a certain approach to the Enneagram helps us develop, mature, awaken as human beings.
And in this process, we have between us a lot of methods and techniques and patterns and useful distinctions. In addition, what we tend to do and tend to both agree on is the importance of direct experience rather than just sort of a conceptual bathing in a lot of different categories, and instead utilizing the material to grow and change in a way that's most appropriate for each participant at this point in time.
Yes. To get a little specific about it, I suppose, when I'm running workshops and when I'm working with groups, part of my approach is to give people, as Tom was just saying, a more direct experience. But of what? An experience of the higher side of the Enneagram points, of the types, the styles, whatever you want to call them. Not just for our own type, but really to get a taste of all nine. What does it feel like, the inner eight in me, the high side of the inner eight? What is the healthy nine like? What is the healthy one like? And my belief is, from working with people over the years, that when people have that sense of the, let's say, the deeper positive qualities of the types, it's a lot easier from there to address the challenges, the stuck places, and so forth. But as Tom and I started to explore, we found out he's doing much the same kind of thing, just using a slightly different set of tools to do it. But Tom is also looking at how do we use the techniques that he's learned to help people recognize and land in this more experience of a more expanded sense of themselves.
I have a background in Gestalt therapy and Ericksonian hypnosis and especially NLP. And NLP is a very mixed bag. Some of you may have heard of it or experienced it before, and some of NLP is really kind of sleazy and opportunistic. And then there's another side to NLP that's very deep and kind of textured and useful and full of methods that apply especially well to working with the low side of Enneagram styles and helping people get free of the low side in order to engage the high side.
Yes. And what Tom has helped me see over the years is how some of those techniques are just marvelous to pinpoint awareness in our body, our heart, and our mind of things that we're unconsciously generating or creating that keep us stuck in patterns, but also how the same sort of techniques can help point us to the experience of what we are beyond those patterns. And that's the exciting part of the Enneagram, I think, for both of us. How do we support people in practices, methods, approaches that help us live more and more out of the healthy aspects of all of the points? The other thing I'd say that we both share very much is a sense of the Enneagram as something dynamic, not static. The interplay of the forces, the types, the way all of that's working, to move away from just this is this and this is this and this causes this is not the way either of us really sees it at this point.
It's more like something you do rather than something you are. It's a little like a nationality in the sense that your Enneagram style colors your perceptions and there's an identification within it, but your nationality isn't ultimately you. And what I especially like about working with the Enneagram this way is that the descriptions of each style cover a spectrum, from how you can get stuck, how you can get enthralled to certain illusions, or how you can get caught up in defenses that used to work and had a good deal of meaning and were perfect for the time and place they were designed, way back when, some decades ago. And then going through those, maybe letting them go in various ways or finding your way through them with methods that we'll be teaching in order to access in a direct way the high side. So what you're like when you're at your best, what you're like when you're more fully present, and what you like when you manifest not only the qualities of your style, but sort of go beyond it as well.
Yes. And for that reason, as we were saying, that you'll get that from your own style, your own type, but also from the other 8. I mean, we both see that all 9 points, regardless of what our home base is, have some kind of potential for our development and our learning. You know, we can focus on our own type, but we don't have to limit our learning to that. Yeah.
And there are... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just also going to say that there's both of us are very committed to experiential learning. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of exercises and experiential processes in the course, along with just the real alive dialogue like we're doing right now, where we'll be listening to each other and learning new stuff on the spot, on top of whatever else we've already evidently figured out about this.
There's... if there's any prerequisite for the course, it's some familiarity with the Enneagram and a moderate amount of certainty about your Enneagram style. The course will welcome and be useful to people at various levels of exposure and experience to the Enneagram. If you're relatively new to it, it'll take you deeper. And as you know, if you've worked with it for a long time, it sometimes will show you how you've plateaued in a certain way and there's a deeper level to an issue or a defensive tendency or a kind of self-hypnosis that you learned how to practice at one time that helped you survive and helped you live very well up until now. But maybe now the present needs to teach the past. You know, maybe now the thing that saved you is now the thing that gets in your way. And yes, we have ways to explore that and explore not only the resources of the high side of your style, but also of the other styles, as Russ was saying.
Yeah, we're kind of both of the view that there's no need to knock or criticize the various kind of defenses and patterns we've already used to get this far, but we're operating from the question: are we ready for more? Are we open to more? Can we notice new things in our experience that we're ready for now that we might not have been? So I think for that reason, as you were just saying, there's this process can engage us at different stages of our journey. We don't learn the Enneagram once and we're done. There's an ongoing process of understanding these things on deeper and deeper levels. So we're certainly hoping that some of you can make it there and join us. And we definitely plan to be having a deep and fun and interesting time together. How and where do people go to join in?
They can go to thechangeworks.com and right on the front page, you can see the link to the workshop and the information about the workshop. It'll be held at the New York Insight Meditation Center and the details are there. There's also an early bird price that's good until February 10th, so you could take advantage of that if you like. Operators are standing by, and we'll hopefully see you at the workshop. And if you have any further questions or wonder about this, you can always consult the page there. There's greater detail, and hopefully it'll make sense to you. We're going to be exploring the limitations and then the high side of your style and other styles, and then what's beyond that. The sort of laying the groundwork for opening up on a spiritual level in a variety of ways that are appropriate to your life now.
So, yeah, as I said, hope we see some of you there, and hope this was fun for you, and hope your year is off to a good start. Thank you.
Take care. Thank you.